The following is a fan-based parody. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Shueisha, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release. Ah, shit, that was meant to TN. That's my B. It's just so hard to pass your power levels anymore. You're all so weak.
Guys, Cell's back!
Thanks, Yamcha. But I see those shocked expressions of yours, brains racking over how I'm back, and better than ever. And it all lies within my body. A nucleus ever so small, but frighteningly powerful. And lucky me, it survived my little kamikaze. Although Goku did not. But the most important part is my inherited Saiyan biology, thanks dads, gave me a boost in my power, returning me not only to my perfect form, but a form even greater than before. I am now
Perfecter Cell!
Okay, Yamcha, accurate, but tone it down.
Hey, Gohan, if you knock him in the gut again, do you think he'll pop out a second 18? Asking for a friend.
I'm not even mad you're still alive. I've got some shit to work through.
Oh, is the cat in the cradle? Here, let me put you in a grave.
Help. Someone help me. Trunks! Don't worry, buddy. I've been where you are. We're gonna get you a senzu bean and he's dead. He's dead.
Been there too, I guess. Although honestly, the afterlife part isn't too bad. But the whole dying part of it is haunting. Everything just kind of slows down and you feel yourself slip the mortal coil. To this day, I still wonder if I've ever been brought back or if I'm still in the process of dying, you know?
Oh my god, someone finally put it into words!
Is it any easier the second time?
Believe it or not, it's worse.
My baby boy!
Vegeta, no!
Vegeta!
Vegeta, no! Goodbye, Vegeta. And when you get to hell, tell them to make some room. For Vegeta? Really?
Yeah, really?
Really?
As long as I'm still breathing, you won't kill anyone else.
No prob, I can free up 5 minutes. Or however long it takes to charge this.
Krillin, Setsu now!
You know how we only had 8 beans, right? And how many people are here?
So we're out of
We're out of Setsu beans!
I want you to know this blast isn't just meant for you, Gohan. It goes out to the entire world. My swan song to this planet.
Vegeta, you brain-dead idiot! Trunks could have been brought back, no problem. But no, you picked now to be a parent? Oh, well look at me. I'm no better. Could have just let you bite it! Now I'm monoplegic and Cell's gonna kill us all!
Sorry.
Oh wow, we are fucked.
Well, if this is it, then I love you.
Hey, Tien, since this is the end,
If you're about to say I love you, I swear to God.
actually, I was gonna say you're the biggest asshole I know.
Oh,
And you're also my best friend.
so are you, man.
Honestly, Gohan, the maraschino cherry on top of all of this, besides rending you from existence, is that because I am not burdened by the evolutionary failure of aging, I will live forever, free to roam the stars. Gonna have to pick up a hobby, though. I'm thinking craft brewing.
So this is how I die. Down an arm and killed by an android. Why does this feel oddly familiar?
Gohan, snap out of it! Your father wouldn't sit there and take it, and neither should you!
Mr. Piccolo.
You want to do right by Goku? Then don't let that bastard scare you!
He's right, Brat. It's just like you told me. There's no point in being afraid of the inevitable.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's one arm!
Magnificent! One last stand against me. A climactic showdown.
Give me what your daddy couldn't before I send you home to him!
Grab your bodies and move!
Kill him, Runt.
It's a real good thing beams don't just explode on impact with each other.
Tell me when that arm starts feeling numb, Brat. Then I'll start trying. Worst case scenario, you die and get stronger. It did wonders for me!
Is it too much to ask that you just shut up and fight?
What's that, Brat? I can't hear you. Try sign language.
If someone with one arm speaks with sign language, is that a speech impediment or an accent?
Damn it! My legs feel like they're about to give out. I can't feel my arm, and nobody's shutting the hell up! Oh, sorry. I'll come back later. Dad? Hey, son. Sorry it took me so long to call. King Yama's line was the worst. I literally thought I skipped it and went straight to hell.
You should go to hell!
Also, the phone won't stop yelling at me. Dad, I don't think I can do this. He's so much stronger, and it's all my fault. It was my cowardice, then my hubris, and now my weakness. We're all gonna... Gohan, I want to tell you that if you don't do this, Piccolo is gonna die. Your mom's gonna die. Everyone is gonna die. But before all that, if you don't do this, you're gonna die. And you're better than that. You're better than him. You're better than me.
Whoa, Nelly!
See? I'm not even close to that strong yet. You are more than just my son. You are Son Gohan. Now plant your feet, grit your teeth, and eat that horse!
So what's this, Brat? Your second wind or your dying gasp? Either way, it doesn't matter. Behold the power of two hands!
Gohan!
No.
Take solace, Gohan. Though you have fought alone, you will not die alone. That is my last gift to you. A perfect death! Oh, shit.
Do it now!
Oh, shit! And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. But more, much more than this, I did it my Regrets, I've had a few, then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Dramatic finish!
Horse eaten. Somebody catch me!
He's dead. Cell is dead.
Nobody's gonna hold it against me if I start crying, are they?
Better now than 5 minutes ago.
So, buddy, you beat your first bad guy. How's it feel? Gohan?
If anybody's there, my autonomic nervous system shut down all non-critical bodily functions. I cannot move, hear, or see. On a related note, I really need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, let's get you to the lookout, little buddy.
Is that Tenshinhan? You have very soft hands.
So, is there any food on the lookout? Because I'm starving.
Fourth rule of Popo's training!
Yeah, don't eat his stuff. Hey, Piccolo! We're gonna stop for snacks on the way!
You know, Vegeta, I'm surprised you're not taking credit for the win.
I'm surprised you're not thanking me for saving your worthless lives.
Well, don't worry. We'll go revive your baby boy.
Fucking better.
We're alive. After all that. I need to rethink my life.
Mr. Satan! Mr. Satan, we found some working equipment in the van. We've only got audio, but the people can hear you. Would you like to tell the world what just happened?
I don't. I'm not really.
Mr. Satan, would you like to tell the world, including your millions of scared, confused, and apparently rioting fans, what happened?
Well, Jimmy, and all you at home, I won't lie to you. Cell is dead. And I am the one who took him down!
Is there a body, Mr. Satan?
No! I mean, of course not! He exploded without a trace on impact, Jimmy. That's why it's called Mr. Satan's Megaton Punch. But if he weren't such a chump, I'd have given him a punch for all my wonderful Satanists out there.
Satan! Hail Satan!
What do we do now?
Orgy?
Orgy!
Yeah! This city!
Well, King Furry, it seems that we were victorious today. Yes, sir. I too believe it was the son of that Goku fellow. Unfortunately, the world may never know the truth. We'll go for walkies later, sir. The orgy has begun.
Gohan, what did you idiots do?
Nothing. We just let him fight Cell.
Alone?
Well, yeah, that's just kind of how we do things.
Just give him to me, you mook. I don't think the healing is working. I need to give him mouth to mouth. Dende? Gohan, can you breathe? Better than usual, actually. No, okay.
Hey, sorry about your dad, kid.
Yeah, that's rough.
You guys, it's fine. He's dead.
There's a lot to unpack there.
You did a good job out there, kid. Without you, we'd all be dead.
Yep.
I just wanted you to know that.
I know.
Okay. As long as we're clear.
Okay, so why did you bring 2 dead chicks to my lookout?
Huh? Good morning, sunshine!
Where am I? What happened? Where's Cell?
On the lookout, Gohan killed Cell and Gohan killed Cell.
What's the lookout?
It's where God lives.
What up?
Okay, wow, you're throwing a lot at me here.
Also, I'm in love with you.
And that's my limit. Thank you, bye.
Man, I'm bad at this.
We both are.
Suddenly, I'm elated that Trunks is dead.
Dude!
What? So he didn't have to see that?
Still, dude.
Okay, Shenron, wakey, wakey, eggs and dead people.
Eternal Dragon, state your wishes and I shall grant them.
He seems less moody than usual. Sup, Shenron?
Sup, Big Green?
Eternal Dragon, our first wish is to bring back everyone on Earth killed by Cell.
A simple matter.
I get it, it's a beautiful desk. Can I just go to heaven? Where am I?
You're on the lookout.
Oh, good. I've got my clothes back.
All right, since you resurrected more than one person, you only have 1 wish left. Make it count.
Something doesn't seem right.
Yeah, shouldn't Goku be back now?
You want to tell them, or should I?
Oh, please, I insist.
I was going to save this for after Krillin died, but since you apparently did the impossible, you still can't bring back someone who's already died before. What?
Woo! Bullet dodged.
Don't freak out. Harunga can still bring back people who have died.
Good thinking, Piccolo. We'll just use the remaining wish to go to Namek.
You want to tell them, or should I?
Don't talk to me!
Dad?
Goku?
Hey, guys. I'm in heaven with King Kai.
Yeah, thanks for specifying on Earth, by the way. Yamcha, you asshole!
Okay, Goku, we're gonna go to Namek and wish you back, so just sit tight, buddy.
Yeah, about that. Oh, here it comes. I gave it some thought, and, well, Raditz and Vegeta came to Earth because of me, right? And then Freezer came to Earth because of me, and the androids were made because of me. It just feels like every time the Earth's in danger, I'm the common dominator. And frankly, I'm tired of dominating. It's your turn to dominate, Gohan. Everything you just said was technically correct. I'm just thinking, maybe it would be better if I stay dead.
But you've been a part of our lives for so long. It can't just end like this, right?
I know it's hard, guys, but I think it's for the best. And this doesn't have to be goodbye forever. Maybe one day, when the time is right, I'll come back to see you again. But it is goodbye. For now, at least. Gohan, I know Dad, don't. It's okay. Because you were right about one thing. I can take care of us. Just promise you'll call every once in a while? Of course.
I am not your cell phone!
Whoops, I gotta go here, getting some interference. Take care, Gohan, and say hi to your little brother for me. Wait, Ma's pregnant? Bye, sons! Now, where's the off button?
Get your hands off me! Ah, my eye!
See you later, Dad.
So, if you guys don't have any wishes, I've never really gotten the chance to...
Can you turn 17 and 18 back into normal humans?
What? Oh no, it's cool. Next time, though.
Oh, I get it. Turn them back into humans and make them weaker.
What? No! Dr. Gero stole their lives away from them. I just think they deserve a better life.
That wish is beyond my power.
Bullshit!
Look, I don't make the rules.
Then who does? Hi. Because they are incredibly fair and balanced.
Honestly, man, I don't see the downside to being an android. You know, except walking around with a nuke in your chest.
Wait, Shenron, can you take the bombs out of them?
I can.
That, please!
Your wishes have been granted. Farewell, Bigger Green out!
For the record, I agree with the results of your wish, but not the motive.
I just want to do the right thing, okay?
I think it's sweet. You're a good guy, Krillin.
Thanks. Too bad Android 18 will never know. I wish I had one more chance to talk to her.
Okay, what the hell was that?
Thank you, Shenron.
You could have wished for a billion zenny, or a nose, but instead you used a magical wish-granting dragon for us.
Asking the real questions here.
It just made sense.
Okay, look. I've got to go find my brother. I can only imagine what's going through his head right now.
I never did get that boat.
I actually bet it's a name. But let's talk later.
Wait, but what's your number?
18!
Guess I flew into that one.
I'm not sure what just happened. Krillin's got a girlfriend. Gross.
Well, I better get home. I told Chaozu if I wasn't dead by the end of the day, that we'd eat out.
Gay.
I'll miss you too, Yamcha.
Thank you for all of your help, Mr. Tenshinhan.
You're the one who picked up our slack, kid. Now keep that bright head in the clouds and strong feet on the ground. And Trunks?
Huh?
Go wreck their shit.
That's the idea.
Until we meet again. Which will probably be when the world's in danger, so just keep a close eye on Vegeta.
Can any of you get a read on that guy?
Not even close.
We should probably follow his lead. Namek has shorter days than this has been.
Are you going to stay here on the lookout, Mr. Piccolo?
I mean, that's up to Dende.
Are you gonna visit us, Gohan?
All the time?
Then yes, we have a room for you now.
I've never had a room before.
That's depressing. And hilarious.
I call it Deprarius.
If you guys wouldn't mind, I'd like if you could come by Capsule Corp tomorrow, before I leave. Before I'd met you guys, all I had was stories. And now that I fought alongside you all, I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, shucks, buddy, we're gone.
Specifically you, Gohan.
Was that necessary?
We'll be there with bells on. And I'll see you later, Dende.
Visit soon, Gohan. We'll have a slumber party. We can play spin the bottle. 1v1 me, bro.
All right then, guys. Ready? Let's go home! Good job, everybody! See you at Capsule Corp!
No, sorry. There's only room in the time machine for one person.
Can't you, like, put me in a capsule?
Why would you want to go back to my post-apocalyptic future? Is it because my mom is single?
Oh, hey, my apartment's this way. Later, Trunks!
Your father would rather be dead than live with his wife and children.
Mom, no! Dad might be, well, is one of the dumbest, most selfish, most irresponsible people we know. But before he died, he mentioned us. All of us.
Even me?
Granddad, seriously? Could you not? Right now?
My Goku.
You sure about this, Goku?
Not as sure as I can be.
Most men would die all over again just to get back what you had. A loving wife, 2 sons, unearthly powers.
Yeah, but those aren't going anywhere. And if they do, it'll probably just be back to me. It's a win-win.
You're a strange creature, Goku.
I'm just not afraid of change, I guess. I've never been. When it comes down to it, I know they're gonna be alright. Because if I've learned anything since landing on Earth,
Big if there.
it's that everyone is stronger than they think they are. I left behind the best people in the world, and I'm happy about that. Things changed, and they're gonna keep changing. There ain't no stopping that. The most important part? Now, they can live their own lives and make their own futures. And I can't wait to see the kind of future they make. Huh?
What?
I'm surprised you knew I'd be here.
Seemed like the obvious pick.
True. So, what can I do you for?
I made a promise to myself, and I'm here to keep it.
Want to see a movie, or...?
Dude, drop your pants.
Okay, but, just a heads up, I am a grower.
Oh my God.
What?
Get on the bed.
Yes, ma'am!